my tail. What are you trying to do, wrinkle it?
I never became aware of Bugs Bunny more than I can't remember a time when I wasn't.
The gags still work brilliantly. The stuff that cracks me up is the physical stuff that delights you as a kid.
Really, I just was drawn to the kind of the older ones. It felt like just a group of people trying to make themselves laugh.
What you got in the basket, gorgeous?
I got a little bunny rabbit which I'm taking to my grandma's to have, see?
I have to be honest with you, it never occurred to me that Bugs Bunny was aimed at adults until I sat down to think about it as an adult.
Hey! Wrong picture.
Even if they were made for adults, they were made for the part of adulthood that still remembers the simplest, most kinetic, most chaotic, fun things in life.
Kids can enjoy them for the visual, and adults enjoy them for the additional layer that the kids might not get, but they don't know they're not getting.
Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit.
Kill the wabbit?
There were certain aspects of Bugs Bunny that were really sophisticated and very anarchic, that as a kid, you didn't know what it was, but it was different and a cut above.
My own little bunny rabbit dying.
I think one of the reasons that he is so eternal is that he embodies something about ourselves that we aspire to and admire.
Just like Gary Cooper, huh?
Bugs Bunny is America's smart-ass way of dealing with the bullies.
Hey, watch your blood pressure, chubby. You're liable to bust a mainspring.
He's this great foil for kind of nasty people. Like, if you're gonna bring chaos and noise in here, I'm just gonna amplify it until it doesn't benefit you anymore. The wrestling one, that's a classic example of, I can't out-wrestle this guy, but I can outthink him. I can make any object appear that I need, because I have cartoon logic.
I dashed you to step across this line. I'm a steppin'.
He was more clever than he was strong. He had more brains than brawn.
I hate you.
And he was fully unwilling to admit defeat.
Don't come near me. No!
Oh, my goodness. Don't tell me I offend.
When he would get the opportunity, he would give them a big smooch on the lips.
And the gentleman wins a cigar.
That is a great example of Bugs Bunny's unfettered self-confidence.
You know, I'm so smart sometimes it almost frightens me.
There's no bigger fan of Bugs Bunny than Bugs Bunny.
Each of Bugs' enemies strikes me as someone that the animators encountered in their real life, or especially in showbiz. He doesn't want to hurt anybody. He wants to be friendly, like you want him to win.
I think Bugs Bunny's perfect foil would be Elmer Fudd. Elmer Fudd believes that he is all-powerful, and he fails every time.
What's up, Doc? Shh, there's a wabbit down there, and I'm trying to catch him.
You know, he's just trying to live his life, and it's like Elmer Fudd comes in and like starts to like mess with him. You know, the wackiness of it was what was so fun about it.
Ow! For shame, Doc. Hunting rabbits with an elephant gun.
Elephant gun?
That's right, Doc. So why don't you go shoot yourself an elephant? You do, and I'll give you such a pinch!
Well, I loved Marvin the Martian. He was this compact little nobody who thought he was all-powerful.
Capture that creature and return the Illudium Q-36 explosive space modulator.
And it's up to somebody like Bugs Bunny to remind us that it's baloney.
You could almost argue that the one restriction Bugs has is, if he's going to defend himself, it has to also be funny.
The real reason is just how silly, unbelievably silly and funny Bugs Bunny is. It was just so inspired. Everything was so inspired. The animation is so insanely funny, and it came from genuinely funny people.
Each of the major directors gave the character their own individual stamp. That's also one of the things that separated Bugs from a lot of the other cartoons at the time. It became character-based comedy.
Ain't I a stinker?
Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. Two completely different characters with two incredibly specific, fully realized personalities.
It's mine, you understand? Mine, all mine. Get back in there. Down, down, down. Go, go, go. Mine, mine, mine.
Daffy Duck was, I think, the first example a lot of us saw of a frenemy. That was a really complex thing to introduce to kids and get them ready for a lot of the people that you were going to be seeing later on in life.
They need each other. They're like Keith Richards and Mick Jagger.
Wabbit season.
Duck season.
Wabbit season.
Wabbit season.
Duck season. Fire.
You have to have them to balance each other out, and if you put them together, you get one functional character.
You're despicable.
Bugs is still around because he's cool and he's funny.
What I found funny about him was they didn't take anything like that seriously.
Bugs Bunny was still cool when nothing else was cool.
There's something screwy around here.
Could be you, Doc.